with that old gear, fighting those giants year after year. Tonight I'm showing you something new. Rare Cat's tackle's got nothing to prove. Built by fighters who know the game, tested in battles that earned their name. J&S signature, that's what we trust. When monster cats strike, this rod's a must. You've paid your dues, now weigh stakes. This is the moment, the change you'll make. No more players fall. This rod's built to brawl. River Cat's tackle, answering the call. When giants strike, we're standing tall. J&S signature leading the way, breaking the limits day after day. No more playing small. This rod's built to brawl.
Oh my God! We have a special guest out the wazoo. Somebody, look at this guy up here. Hold on. Look at this. He is in the intro. He is in the intro, but has graced us with his presence.
I do like
Austin,
that intro.
iconic, almost Captain Iconic.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I don't believe I've heard that
Steersman.
intro before. I like that.
Steersman iconic at the moment, I'm told.
Yep.
We have soon to be Captain, completely different type of Captain Creole. Not gonna lie, when Iconic gets his captain, it's a more impressive captain.
Yeah.
And you know it.
Definitely.
Iconic captain's gonna be a years in the making captain.
Yeah.
That's why his name's Iconic.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. We'll go with that.
922's here.
What's up?
Burrito's here.
I'm here. Lisa's here.
Keeping 922 in our prayers this evening as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got Real Alive.
Randy's here, and then he also popped up. Real of Life is here. Real and Virtual is here. All right. People are still casually coming in.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a fish or a log. I'm not quite sure.
Got the Benoit ladies in chat.
We don't use that bad mouth language. It's a fish.
Oh, Miss Carrie's here.
Bobby don't use that bad mouth language because he don't never catch fish.
Well, I know just because I talk to him the most, as soon as this fish is done, I'll give them live. I'm starting to think that's hung up. Either that or he's letting his rod way too loose on a fish.
Hey, either way.
Drag
Yeah,
the
I
boat,
thought.
drag the boat back.
Hey,
Yeah, they don't look
T-bones this week.
excited about it.
What's
Oh, where'd
up,
Jer-
Danny?
Oh, where'd Jeremy go?
He's
I was about- Huh?
He left.
Jeremy, get back in here. Where'd you go?
I hit a wrong button. Sorry.
You leased yourself.
I did.
You pulled a lance.
At least I didn't end the whole show.
Well, I know Jeremy he came in, he was short on time because he works early in the morning, but I told him to hop in and give some river/guide service updates because he's getting some phone calls and things.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
Let me see. Let me give you the partial full screen here.
Yeah.
What's the
there you go.
updates?
Updates are the catfish are spawning right now, so I decided I was going to wait till about August or so to start taking on trips. But as you can see, we got the boat. We're ready. We're geared up. We got a few other things to do to get the boat 100% ready for battle. But come about beginning middle of August, we'll start taking some people fishing, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
Which does mean if you already know you want to come, I highly suggest messaging and emailing us now. Because
What's up, Matt Ryan?
what's up? between chat and panel, there's already like 4 people making dates.
Right.
So if you want dates this fall, especially in prime bumping season, that's when a bunch want to come. I suggest just he can only take so many people because
Right.
he works full time.
Right. Because I'm
Start
only,
contacting.
at least in the beginning, I'm probably gonna
What's
only
up, Randy
run
Bible?
max maybe 4 or 5 trips a month. You know, I'm not gonna run very many trips. So yeah. So
Yep.
once I go public, I got a feeling it's gonna go quick.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
come
so-
bump with you.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The new guys in chat,
Congratulations.
that's Jeremy Creole of Creole's Guide Service, that's starting up this fall.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on getting all your ducks in a row.
I got one more duck left to go. Just one.
What's up, Mark?
Yeah,
What's up, Mark?
Matt Ryan, that's one of our newest followers out of Tommy County.
That's
Danny, shark fishing trips, it might end up being a bad year because if that river doesn't drop significantly by the time they want to spawn in late July into August, I don't know if Iconic could probably help answer that. I don't know if the sharks are going to come up as much this year with all that
I don't
flood
know.
water.
Oh, they will.
They might not go as high, but
Right.
they're definitely going to be way up there. I mean, that water flowing is, for some reason, makes them want to drive. So they're shooting up north all the time with that water.
Okay.
You think
Okay.
they'll come up to the Simsport area that far in the floodwater?
I'm not sure. I haven't fished up that high, but they'll be driving. They
We
might
got a-
stopping them.
We got a question. How many of us is going to be on Dave's podcast this week?
I could schedule a day to make it work.
We've been going up there just about every day this past week.
No, that ain't what he talking about, Randy. He talking about on the podcast.
Oh,
Not in the comments, on the
Yeah.
podcast.
On screen, on panel, everybody
What's
can
up,
see.
Jose?
I'll be on it Tuesday. I sure the hell hope y'all ready for it.
You're gonna be on. Do I need a schedule to come with you Tuesday?
Hell, it don't matter. Let's see if he can get. I'll talk with him and see what we can.
Yeah, you'll have to like remind me of something.
Yep.
All right.
But on another note, River Cat Tackle has officially sold over 10,000 hooks.
What's up, John Stanley?
That's a lot of hooks. Jeremy, I think it's actually you getting feedback.
German alloy.
Everything. I felt it unwrap around it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
damn.
Yeah.
that's over 10,000 on just German alloy hooks.
That's a lot of hooks. How many of those were to Creole? I guarantee you we were 200-300 of those.
Actually, y'all haven't got as many hooks as you think, man.
It's probably true because we don't
You don't change them often.
change them out.
Danny,
What's up, Rowdy Royal?
Danny, we go down all the way to you got one laying around? I'll let him look at the size of it.
Depends on what type of catfishing you're doing. Some areas and some techniques are better at night, not all. Oh, while Jeremy was here, he wanted me to give him a chance. Jeremy, you were straight upside down.
Spider Grill.
John Stanley, they ain't caught nothing yet on this live, but Chris and they caught a 30-pounder earlier on another live.
But I
Hey,
know
Randy.
Jeremy wanted to mention a bad news we got today about Pay Lakes. Are you still wait? Jeremy, I don't have you silenced, and you're all kinds of. You're upside down. I can't hear you. What are you doing? Nope, I do not hear you, and you are not muted on my end, buddy. So what he was going to say is, if you don't know what a trophy catfish pay lake is, they basically, here's the long story. Some of them go and take trophy catfish out of natural waters. They keep them live and they bring them to some ponds so other people can catch them for money. Long story short. And it's been a long-standing tradition, or not tradition, wrong word. Long-standing that when they go into an area, they demolish the population. The Ohio River, Chris and V can speak here. The Ohio River is nowhere near the fishery it used to be because of it. Other rivers are becoming a similar situation. Well, we got word that they are officially in Mississippi River, and they were in, I think it's Carthage, Mississippi, which is somewhat near Vicksburg. Remember, just give me a thumbs up if I'm right here, since I can't hear you, Mr. Spider-Man. Thank you, Spider-Man.
Down or up? I know for a fact once they cross that line into this state, they're gonna have problems.
Hopefully, yeah.
Although ain't no hopefully to it. I know 2 guys myself that's gonna create some problems for them.
Well, that's why I want, like, especially us guys local, since they're close, we need to inform all of our people that are helping watch out.
Yeah.
Because that is just a few miles up the river for some of us. That is the same water.
Yeah. Danny Stone wanted to know how small a hook we got. Blow that up. That's a 2-aught. Danny. Y'all got me all screwed up now, damn it.
I got you.
Right there, Danny. And yeah, it's got that all set.
John Staley wants some. You want some good hooks? Yeah, it goes down to that little 2-aught there. That's the smallest one.
No, he's wanting 1 and 2 size circle hook. That's a different deal there, Tank. That's 1 and 2.
Oh, he's talking about 1 and 2 size. Jeremy, I'm still getting static from you. I don't know what you're doing.
I like you on the toilet.
It looks like he's sitting in his boat.
Yeah.
He might as well spend all the time in it he can, because for what he's paying for that thing.
Well, tomorrow morning, I am driving it to New Iberia to get a custom bimini top put on.
I need
Hopefully.
size 2 or 4.
Are they talking like the Hawaiian carp hooks?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, number 4 is.
Looks like I'm thinking I have to start dealing with some salt water. Hooks also.
Well, the German hooks are good for saltwater with that coating. They're just not that small.
I gotta check with my man and see if I can get 1 and 2. Number 1 and 2. Huh? Or 2 and 4. I might as well just ask the people for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Randy, what are you doing? You okay, Randy?
Yeah.
The phone was moving so much.
I'm running in and out of the
out here. Streets say we out here.
Well, John, River Cats Tackle, that we have stand day this morning. Most of the afternoon, we usually have Danny Stone outdoors fishing with a few people, and then we wrap it up with the chat show tonight. Sometimes we'll have people fishing, sometimes we won't.
Yep.
Depends on who's doing the little afternoon fishing.
Yeah.
Creech is here.
Yes, indeed, cutting over Creech.
Creech.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we have officially sold over 2,000 German alloy hooks. I mean, 10,000.
That's a lot of
Wow.
hooks. Is that packages or hooks?
That's hooks.
Okay. So divide that by 5, and that's the packages we've sold. What's that? 2,000 packages.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt, we usually do that, but the bait we use is most of the time it depends on what we're doing and where we go fish at. The bait we hook through the tip of the nose is usually a pound bait.
Yeah. I've hooked a 2-pound gizzard shad through the nose before.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be
I thought you were halfway a sentence. I was kind of waiting for it.
Well, Benoit, if you using creature leaders, I wasn't sure that is a German alloy hook.
Unless it was the creature leader with the wide gap, the crimson. If it wasn't red, it was a German.
Was it red, Benoit, or was it the black nickel?
Yeah, I think Jeremy just didn't want to sit outside, so he gave up on us.
Welcome in, Bob.
Need to get him some Starlink on that fancy boat.
I'm wondering if just us, because most of our spots have signal. If we just get an antenna extender, it might be plenty good enough.
I thought about those because we use those in work trucks and all that in the mountains.
Because most of our spots are fine. It's like move over by a mile or two. You know, it's not like we're just in the middle of nowhere.
Matt Ryan, this is our hook. It's
Oh, full screen.
I can get this right. They are black nickel. They're not chrome. They are black nickel.
Creo's phone wanted to overheat.
Hell, Terry Parker had that happen to him earlier. He had to dump some hook in the water. He was out there on his kayak.
Lord.
He dunked it in the water to cool it down, get back on the line.
I know in Louisiana that there's no permits. They just open it up where we can keep more of them.
Danny, get with Pat Dog, Danny. He fishes the Mississippi coast all the time. He can tell you what you need to know.
I love when you can tell me and Lance try to highlight a comment at the same time and it goes away immediately. Yeah, Jeremy, don't forget this summer we got to take Miss Carrie. Oh my God, I just blanked. We got to take him out fishing while he's off of school. While Tyler's off of school.
Yeah, well, they went on a trip the last time. But yeah, V and Chris is in a different spot tonight.
Yep, we're dragging.
Oh,
Yeah, dragging some baits with planer boards, and
It's too early to anchor up back there, so we're dragging while.
our water temperature's gone up about 3 degrees in the last 3 days, and it's put them right on the edge of spawn. So we got to cover a lot of water to find some fish.
Bobby. He ain't joking.
It's true. Just a normal pair of snips will not cut those hooks.
Yeah.
won't do it.
But V, where's the puppies?
They are at home today.
Oh my God.
They stayed with the kids because kids take priority.
Yeah, Carrie. Yeah, tell Tyler. We'll let us know when y'all are available a weekend. Let us know, and we can make that excuse to go do some scouting up that way.
That'd be awesome to see him on the water.
Oh, we'll definitely go live or something if we get him in the boat too.
I watched John Stanley yesterday. Yeah.
No, I didn't say he could come in yet. Don't you bring him in yet, Lance? I want to. Nope.
Oh no, you gotta let him wait a minute.
I'm not ready for him.
Hey, you need to let him wait a minute.
I wanted to watch, man, but we had to do some running around after I got off of work.
All right.
Leave him down there. He's used to cleaning cobwebs.
He's marinating down there.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you up. But you have to make sure and be nice and thank us for the opportunity, okay?
I sure the hell don't see that.
How you doing, Captain Dave? Your saltwater guide.
You might as well throw me back in the basement, man. It's over with. Sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather right now. Let me see if I can knock that light out. Hang on just a second.
Well, look, Daryl. You know I gotta answer for the reason you sound like that, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
Hey. Hey. You know, this is sort of a family show.
That's why I ain't saying nothing.
It's 7 o'clock, so.
Have you been testing dresses out, Daryl?
Now, why we got to go there too? This is getting ridiculous.
What? I don't know where that came from, Daryl. Just forgive me.
Well,
Daryl,
look,
what's up, Uncle G?
You said a goal.
Randy, we can fit people up here. I think we can have 9.
You set a goal, Daryl. We're doing the raffle and we're doing the trying to collect some money to help old Steve out, right?
Yeah, but y'all ain't got to pull a rifle on me and make me put a dress on. You said we're doing a rifle or a raffle?
Well, you volunteered. Stop it.
Wait down.
We can do it that way if we have to.
The other night, if we raise this amount of money, I will wear a dress. What happened?
They were fighting earlier, Captain Dave.
I might have said that. I might have said that.
You said it. That's why the money was raised. Now you got to wear it.
I got to wear the money?
The dress.
Fish on.
Is that fish?
There we go.
On her side of the boat, but she's got a great captain.
Saved by the fishing gods.
What?
And she's reeling down like it's a monster here on the 7 seas of the earth, down at least 100 foot deep as she reels him in. Look at the end on that rod.
Yeah, it's a great fight. They're in at least 10-mile-an-hour current. That fish is fighting.
Face that she did not get it in.
No, we're drifting with the wind.
Cranking so hard. I don't
know. Bill danced that sucker with that rod. Show him you can do it. Oh, I wanted to see it.
We're going to need a bigger boat, Captain. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, I was really trying to put some drama in there, and y'all just killed it. Just dead.
Look, Daryl. I make you feel better. V, as soon as they show this fish, I got something for you. It'll make you feel better.
I'm here to that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get the package, Daryl? Daryl?
Yeah.
You got the package?
Oh, drop the fish.
Do I got the package? What? Oh, no, it's evidently coming Monday. Okay. Yeah, it didn't come, and I hadn't looked at my phone, to be honest with you. I didn't even think about it till you just said it, but no, it didn't come, so it's evidently coming Monday. We'll debut it Wednesday. Yeah. We'll debut it.
Are you on the struggle bus there, Chris?
Yeah.
I think that hook went in that.
How it is when it gets right in the corner, and you're trying not to take the eye out.
I swear y'all got a plane aboard straight behind the boat that's acting funky.
Just a bobber.
Oh, that's a bobber. Okay.
long line to that bobber. It keeps the line up off the bottom.
What's up, Guerrero?
So this is a different format than
Yeah.
live stream. I kind of like it pretty cool, except for it's a little weird that oh wait, I might can fix that.
Yeah,
There-
just healthy little fish
There's
there.
the fish. Oh, he's a little tore up on the side.
He's
Huh?
a little beat
Yeah,
up.
they all are. They're really starting to. They're getting to that point where about that time.
Yeah, he
About
must
that
be-
time.
Yep.
looks like he was twisted up in the line a little
Wait,
bit.
is he talking to us?
The head there. Oh yeah.
He's being mouthy.
Yeah. He's so pretty.
That's good eating.
They look a lot more prettier in some grease.
You know, y'all can name
Stop it.
y'all
No.
can
No.
You go.
you can name
All right.
that fish Daryl.
Well,
and
Daryl, I got that surprise for you. V sent me this a little while ago.
Oh no.
Apparently, we have a granddaughter new PB in the boat.
Oh wow, that's a nice
Nice.
fish there, buddy. That is
If
awesome.
you could have
Look.
seen her reeling that in, you would have laughed your butt off. Oh
Look.
my
took the
gosh.
video off of Stan Day, but wait for Stan's permission before I actually post that. Oh, it's hilarious. She's standing there jumping up and down while she's trying to reel.
She's
them
all going,
in. It was great.
I'll give up any big fish I've caught to see another, especially the youngins, get that excited over fish. Oh my God.
Yep.
she's 12 and she's very tiny. She's like
She's
this big
12.
around.
She looks
Yeah.
the same size as Laura's coworker,
Does.
Becky, that comes fish with us, and she's like 25.
Yeah, no, she's 12.
Hey, next to me and you, Andrew, everybody looks like they're 12. They're
Yeah.
fine. I mean, come on, really? It's like you catch 100-pound fish, everybody goes, look at 50-pound fish, look at it. Look
Where's
at it.
that? Oh, I'm going find. Talk about some stuff, Daryl, because I'm going to go find a picture of John standing between me and Malik that I think is somewhere in our pro staff chat last week.
Yeah, let me talk about a few things. Let's talk about what's going on, how we're trying to help Steve and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Guys,
And the dress. Don't forget the dress.
I know most everybody knows what's going on with Steve, that he's had a lot of hardships lately. And I heard a little bit of bad news yesterday, but I don't want to repeat it because I did not talk directly to Steve to find out the extent. But from my understanding, the cancer is not just in his arm there. So I'm going to talk to Steve and find out a little bit more. Probably call him tomorrow. But anyway, he's found out he's got bone cancer, and everybody knows that he lost all of his belongings in his house and his shop and everything that was sitting on the floor. And I think he finally got a check on that to try to help pay for some of that. But you know how that goes. They pay you for what they think it is, and then you go buy it and it's way more. So I know he lost thousands and thousands of product that he cannot ship out now because the labels got wet and it smeared the labels. So he can't ship that out as new, of course. So that's the situations he's in. And then he just went through a lawsuit with Monster Energy Drinks. They wanted him to cease and desist in using Monster Rod Holder name, and he won that. He
That's awesome.
He went from being on the defense to the offense. He actually sued them, so they had to come to Kentucky, and that's what he had told me, that he was going to go on the offense instead of play defense and wait on them to do anything. So he actually sued them and won the lawsuit. So that's awesome that he did that. But as everybody knows, lawyers are very, very expensive. Trust me, I know some stuff that we went through last year that cost us thousands and thousands of dollars for a lawyer. So he did that, and like that, he has been such an influence in the catfish world. I mean, from being one of the first guys out there on YouTube teaching how to catch catfish, to CatCon, to being a main supporter of of the gathering, and he's doing kid stuff for kids and everything. So me and James have decided we wanted to give back, and we've decided to ask the community to help us out. And you guys have really answered great. We've gotten about $2,000 now in donations to give to Steve, and we're trying to get to at least 2,500 by Wednesday night. And at 9 o'clock, we'll start our show at 9 o'clock on Wednesday night, and we'll raffle off tickets till people quit buying, and then we'll start pulling tickets. And I'm gonna give you just a few of what we've got going here. James donated $500 to be given away, so we'll draw a ticket for $500 and send that out. We also have we will draw $200 that Cody Griffiths gave, so we will draw another ticket for $200. Andrew and Jeremy has been gracious enough to give away a guided trip, fishing trip, guided tour. It's a tour too when you go for Creole Guide Service. We'll draw that. And I'm sure that's for 2 people to go, because I'm sure they don't want somebody, if they would want to go by themselves, to bring a couple of people there. Then Jody has given gold mine jigs, a pack of those to be drawn. Kevin Lakin with Fat Boy Rigs is giving away 5 Fat Boy Rigs drawing for. James is giving away 2 brand new FOA rods that when we draw, he will have FOA send the rods out. The Swains are giving away a RCT, that's River Cat Tackles rod. When we draw out, they'll send that out. And then Bob Britt with Bobcat Outdoors is giving away a Ripping Lips rod. And then also Miss V that's out there fishing now will be giving away a hat. It'll have a leather patch on it, a hat, and a plaque that will have, whoever wins it will have their logo or anybody's logo they won't put on that. We'll do that 2 times. She's willing to do 2 of those, so that's awesome. And then B-Cat Boards is giving away some planer boards, a set of planer boards. So, and I know there's a couple more prizes that I didn't get written down the other night when we were doing this, that I know Lisa's probably got, and she can probably correct me on all. But tickets are $5 each, or 3 for $10. And you can see right there that you can do Venmo, you can do Cash Out, which is Trophy Seekers, or you can do Venmo, which is Kenneth Morris 822. Kenneth is my first name. Daryl is my second name. So anytime you bring any of this stuff up, it's going to come up as Kenneth Morris. PayPal is dmarsprecisioncandidates@yahoo.com. You can send to any of those 3s, and I promise you the money is going to get to Steve. Probably going to try to, if I can, drive up there and give it to him, because that's probably about the only way I'm going to be able to push it on him. Like I say, I know Steve's going to appreciate it, even if he don't want it done. I'm sure he can use the money, because he has been going through a lot of hard stuff. And all this chemo is not cheap. And how I know is 17 years ago, I had cancer, and I had to go all the way out to Texas at the hospital out there, MD Anderson. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice, so I won't be on long. But MD Anderson, and I had lymphoma cancer, and I went through treatments for 1.5 years. And if it had not been for friends and family that donated and actually paid my payments on my house and cars and stuff, I wouldn't have anything right now. So
how much is a raffle ticket, Daryl?
They're $5. Yes, sir.
We know exactly what you're talking about when it comes down to that.
Yeah.
Because I went through it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then actually right before my last treatment, the wife was diagnosed.
Yeah. So
she
was
had to deal with it. Then Lance, our buddy right there, Lance, he's also been through it also.
Yeah.
It's been
it
20 years.
Told on everything.
Yeah.
Been 20 years. I was lucky too, Daryl. I got to go. I got into MD Anderson. They paid everything. In-house insurance through them. They paid everything for me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Audra, she ended up with the breast cancer and went through that with her.
Yeah. It's not good. I had cancer, and then like 5 years afterwards, my wife was diagnosed with cancer, so we did too. Burrito says, what'd she say? Message her for others. Okay. Daryl messaged me the other prizes. Okay. But anyway, the tickets are $5 each or 3 for $5. So if you are $10. So if you send $10, you'll get 3 tickets. What we'll do is write your name on a ticket. It all goes in a jar. And then at the end of when everybody gets through buying tickets on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, we will draw probably around 10 o'clock, something like that. We'll draw for all the prizes.
And that is Trophy Seekers Outdoors.
Yes, sir.
YouTube channel. Your show, what time?
At 9 o'clock Eastern. It's called Not Just Another Fishing Show.
On Trophy Seekers Outdoors.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we got a few people watching that we don't normally see in our catfish community that are new to us tonight, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm fixing to.
Everybody out there.
We're thinking to bring one up as soon as I can get this taken care of and send him what I need to send him, and we'll bring Captain
Parker.
We'll bring Dave up on panel with us.
I'm pretty sure every pro staffer for River Cats, either directly or indirectly, has cancer stories.
Yeah.
That I know of. It's one of the things that brought the group together.
And that's one thing too I went through. My mom years ago, she had brain surgery for a tumor, and that woman had massive heart attack. My mom had 99% blockage when she had that massive heart attack.
Hey, Burrito, can you post a link to the Trophy Seeker channel and I'll pin it so they can save it for Wednesday?
Yeah, and that show is already up, so you can actually do the link to the show because we've already got that ready to go.
I normally am not this nice to Daryl, but I'm being this nice for Steve Douglas.
We understand, Andrew. We understand.
I mean, we're all usually giving Daryl some kind of problems.
It's usually because I'm giving everybody else problems, but my throat's so sore tonight. I've had this.
I'll need to talk to you after the show so I can tell you all the jokes I have for you about that.
Yeah, I kind of got an idea of what that is.
Just go through the mental list.
Hey, Daryl, on a serious note,
what's up, Brad?
I want to say we appreciate what you do. Anytime there's someone needs something in this community, you step up. James on this one also, that's huge. That's awesome. I know you don't do it for accolades or anything like that, but we notice it and we appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, we don't. Yep. We do it because we feel like we need to pay it forward. Like I said, I don't know. The good Lord spoke to me after, my house saved. My house was saved by people getting my cars. Everything I had, I would have lost. And there was just no way I could ever pay those folks back. I didn't even know who all gave the money to do it with. You know what I'm saying? So it just come to me that I needed to try to pay it forward, and that's what I've tried to do for 17 years now. I served on the American Cancer Society, where I raised over almost $200,000 in a 10-year period, and then so now that we're doing this, I see the need there. If there's a need, then we need to be good brothers and sisters and try to help each other out, and that's what I try to do.
Hey guys, I want to introduce Captain Dave from the Saltwater Guide. Where's Marley at, man?
Captain Dave?
I'm not 100% sure he's coming in. I think it froze.
Oh man,
he's frozen.
Or he's staying really still.
No, it froze.
Yeah.
Long gone. He'll be back.
Yeah, I'm watching for him.
All right. I think we got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Where?
You have some feedback, Dave.
I think something's wrong.
Yeah. You have to mute something.
Yeah. Hang on.
Mute your new YouTube.
Yeah.
He'll get it right in a minute.
He has his own podcast and everything. He knows how the stuff works. He'll get it.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
mute Daryl, things usually get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's try.
Oh my God.
It didn't work.
Don't make him laugh.
I know. Guys, I'm gonna
We
jump out.
don't
Let y'all
have a
go at it.
basement. We got
I
a
just
dungeon.
wanted-
We'll give you bread and water.
Wait,
Now-
Daryl,
Hope you feel better, Daryl.
before you go, I'll make you laugh one more time. You ready?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Oh my God.
This was at the gathering.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
Jack.
goodness. He looks like a little kid, don't he?
I told that fella he had to sit down because I got tired of talking to his kitty.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. And hey, maybe next week when my throat's not hurting bad, we'll do it again or something. But if everybody can, please give, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna
right,
leave the
Daryl.
links up for this week. I'll leave Daryl's links up for a little bit for that. If you want to buy $5 raffle ticket, he said.
What's up, Mike Irvin?
Look. He just.
I
I mean, Captain Dave is just laid back with his legs all propped up.
Yeah, Dave, I keep muting you because you must be watching the show at the same time, so you have to mute
What's up, Crappie
you
Dave?
watching it or something. We hearing ourselves. Oh, I don't hear myself now. You might have fixed it, or you muted yourself.
Yep, there it is. It's good.
Where's Marley at?
Say something, Dave. Nope, I don't hear you. You muted the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's either one or the other. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, no.
It's all messed up, right?
Yep, we hear ourselves again.
God dang it. All right. This ain't gonna work. Well, I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh.
I'll be ready for next week.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Well, wait. Here's what I'll do. I'll mute him, and then I'll say this. We'll give Dave a chance to talk. It's just the other four of us do not talk while he's unmuted because we'll hear ourselves like 3 times.
Well, that's fine. That'll give
Yeah,
Dave time to introduce himself.
Mute everybody
So I'm
except for Dave.
unmuting Dave. Dave, you'll have the floor. I'll full screen you, and the rest of us will just stay quiet, and then the problem won't really be there if we don't talk. So here you go, bud.
All right. Ken. Hey, everybody. Your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Henson. Thanks for letting me be a part of the show. I brought a bunch of my followers over here, and thank you guys. I hope you're enjoying watching our podcast Monday through Friday. It's been a pleasure having you guys on there. Thank you very much for entertaining us tonight. It's cool, and we're going to try to help you with that friend of yours that's got the problem with the cancer. We'll help you. We'll talk about it on our show on Wednesday morning, and then we'll see if we can't get some people to come over there and donate.
That'd be much appreciated.
No problem, my friend. No problem. And I hope you guys are enjoying our fishing show. Thank you guys. I see a bunch of you guys coming over there every day watching, so I hope you're enjoying it.
It's very informative.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much for bringing your community into our community. Try to merge everybody because we're not just catfishermen. We like all kinds of fishing. Fishing is fun.
Saltwater fishing is where my heart goes.
Yeah, we are the same way. If we can piss a puddle, we're gonna fish in it. And we all have the same desire to catch fish and to keep fishing open because they don't want us to fish anymore in the United States.
Not really.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming up. Yeah, we can. You can just get with me in midweek. We can jump in backstage and see which mute or which setting or whatever we can adjust. And if we do that, we'll set you up ahead of time and actually make a thumbnail and advertise that you'll be here.
What I need, all I need you guys to do is send me it on email because I already have Restream set up in my studio. The problem is I'm using my telephone, which I normally don't use. I have my studio, as you all know, because you watch the show. So everything's set up on an email. So send me the link John or whoever on the email at yoursaltwaterguide@yahoo.com, and then we can enter like we normally do.
I'll send that to you in the next 2 minutes.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm going to listen to you guys for a few minutes while I get ready on the email.
All right. I'll mute Captain Dave for a minute.
And seriously, thank you, Captain Dave. It's neat to see the perspective that you guys struggle with them wanting to shut down your waters, and we struggle with commercial fishermen taking our fish to pay lakes, and not quite the same, but it's a battle we have to band together to fight. So
Yeah.
thank you, Captain
Oh,
Dave.
they're wanting to shut fishing down completely in this country.
Yeah.
So I mean, that
There's
battle,
no
that's
money in
everybody's battle
recreational
there.
fishing.
Email
They need
sent.
those fish for the commercial fishermen.
You right 922. You don't want me sending anything because you know I'm gonna screw it up.
I'll handle the emails and things. John, stay away from the internets.
You see what happens if we come backstage before you? I can't even get the cameras up.
That's just you. I don't have that problem.
I think
I see Cody.
What's
Whose
up, Cody?
problems are worse? Lance puts himself stuck in chat, so
Lance kicks himself out of the channel.
I think Lance wins.
Yeah, Lance has done topped it. Lance has beaten me so far because Lance was, I mean, he was actually capable of kicking him own self out
Of his own
And not get
show
him
and
back
stuck
in,
in chat.
man, for a week.
All he could do was play around in the message board over there. He couldn't even get in live no more.
you really think that was an accident. He was out having a smoke break or doing something. He might have been eating pie.
I think he did it on purpose.
No way.
Oh no.
That wasn't the first time I hosted a show from the chat.
You ain't lying. We done some crazy stuff, Lance.
I mean, when we was running on YouTube on StreamYard, I was doing the I got the free version, so had 6 people on chat and me in chat.
Yep.
6 people on screen, me in chat.
Okay, I think I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
Look at
talking and we
that.
don't hear it twice, so I think you're good.
Big
Yeah.
technology over here, baby.
Dan.
Technologies.
Captain Dave.
Welcome in.
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Captain Dave, where is Marley?
Right here. Hold on.
Really super cool. You see Marley?
Yes, the monkey.
Yeah. Marley, cool as can be, man. He cool as hell.
Cutest little thing ever.
That's why I said, where's Marley? You gotta have Marley.
There we
You
go.
gotta put him on.
That look like you, Lance.
Wait, nope, wrong person's big.
That's the other monkey.
There we go.
Look at him. I want to love him and hug him and hold him.
That's awesome.
Marley, huh?
Oh, he'll stay right there.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life was get a monkey, you guys. And I
Yeah,
can fill up
during your
the
lives, I showed my girlfriend the screen and she seen Marley. She was like, "Oh, he's cute, but I bet he's a pain in the ass."
Yep, my
I like-
wife and I can't travel together. Someone has to stay home with them.
Wow.
Oh,
They die of loneliness.
Aw. Sounds like my
Jerry.
dogs.
Look at
Hey, Captain, check this hook out.
He's the cutest thing.
that's awesome.
Oh,
He's mad. All right. What do you got there? Number 2, kind
That's
of
a
a
2.
circle hook.
That's a 2-aught circle.
All right.
All right.
I like to set the hook, but some of my guys aren't real good at setting the hook, so they use circle hooks. Me, I'm not fishing if I can't set the
It
hook.
has an offset.
That'll be good for John Stanley. He could have used that yesterday.
Yes,
you guys
I did.
watch him? Yeah, having a rough time hooking
I saw
them.
he had a rough time with sea lions too.
Just,
Yeah, aren't they a
it
bitchin'
just so
animal?
happens we get a picture from one of our pro staff of a creature he caught, probably with a German ally. Look what Gene just sent us.
What did he catch?
What?
It
What
looks
is
like a
it?
the
little
hell
hog
is
nosed
that?
snapping turtle.
What
Yeah.
the
Really?
No.
Ah.
That looks like a soft shell.
Is it a soft shell?
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
that's what it looks like. Soft shell.
That's what we just got in the pro staff chat. That's an interesting one.
That's dinner.
Stop it.
That's dink over stink catfishing in Oklahoma.
Yeah. That thing's good eating there.
I've never
No.
had a
Yes.
problem with sea lions. Where I'm at.
Well, I tell you what.
They're a pain in the ass. They're so smart, and they just follow the boats around. They hear the anchor go over the side, and they keep
Oh,
Really?
they know what's up. Oh my god.
They know it's
Oh.
feeding time.
You guys seen them in the shows? They're they're one of the most intelligent
Yeah.
animals in the
Yep.
water.
You don't
Bet
fight.
who's in the truck.
You're
Somebody
inside.
asks, is that a marmoset?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is.
What's up, look lady?
He's 5 years old.
Hey, Tank, he said it was the 4-aught German alloy.
Hey,
4-aught German steel penetrating the old turtle head.
Captain Dave, what do you
Yes.
primarily fish for?
Whatever
Oh.
bites my hook.
You don't go out and target anything?
Well, I've been blessed to be able to fish for a living for 52 years. And so I fished for a ton of different species my whole life. For 24 years, I ran sport boats. You guys call them head boats
Yeah.
down there in Louisiana area and stuff. Well, my family owns 9 of them in Dana Point Harbor, Dana Point, California. So my dad started on the sport fishing industry in 1947. I know you guys have been doing it way longer than he has, but he just started in 47. I'm brand new. I started in 74.
Oh, that was just yesterday.
And so, yeah. So, and when you're running head boats, you have to kind of fish for whatever's biting. And then, oh my gosh, in the middle of the 90s, probably 94, 95, I started working on yachts, taking people out on their $1 million boats. And we would go fish the marlin tournaments and all
Oh,
that
marlins.
stuff. So pretty much fish for everything. The best day we ever had marlin fishing, I had 2 guys on the boat. We had 43 marlin for 2 guys.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
wow.
So yeah, we got lucky. We got to fish, and then I started your saltwater guide in the end of the 90s. I would go with you on your boat, teach you how to fish on your boat. No one had ever done that
I like
before. So I was going. My best year ever, I was on 142 different boats
Oh my
in 1
goodness.
year.
Jeez.
Hey, check these out. Check these messages out. This is one of our good friends cutting up with Creech. He said, could you imagine the dishes cooked if Louisiana had sea lions? And then he said,
Oh my God.
there is a reason some animals don't exist in Louisiana.
Oh my
They're
God.
nice. That's a nice oily meat. That would be good.
No.
Way to fry it.
Stop it.
He might not have known I was gonna post it, but that's Cody, another one of our pro staff.
Yep.
We had guys out fishing this
Got
weekend.
it.
I'd post a fish for me and Jeremy's trip, but there wasn't one.
I got a 31 pounder today. I'm happy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Even
Man,
better,
yeah,
we
there's some
put our
good stuff
granddaughter
happening.
on a 25 pounder. Her first one, we put her on a 12 years old, put her on a 25-pound fish. It was awesome.
That picture, Dave, were you in chat yet when I showed the
Yeah,
picture of their
that's awesome.
granddaughter's PB?
No, he wasn't. I don't know if he was.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's an awesome picture. That's something I'm gonna have to like save it or something.
Oh, look at that.
We took her out this
Wow.
morning.
What kind of
That's
a
a blue.
catfish is that? That's what I was gonna. He looks blue. He kind of looks blue. That's a beautiful fish. How big was that?
That one
Like
was
30
25.
pounds? Oh,
Yeah,
look
that
at
was the
that thing.
31 we caught a couple hours ago there.
Yep.
No way.
The color
How
rate. Look the
cool is
coloration
that?
on that one. It hasn't been in shallow water on the granddaughter one. It's real light. It almost looks like a shark with the white belly.
Looks like a great white.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, this one's more normal. There's a lot more gray in there.
Central Ohio shark.
He said it's an Ohio shark.
Have to.
Hey, Lisa. One of my good friends, Lisa's on here. Matt Ryan, John
Yeah,
Stanley.
I talked to Matt once or twice already.
Well, hopefully we'll catch one for you to see,
Yeah.
Dave.
You know,
Okay, I'm standing
got
by.
one.
We can't wait. You got a hookup?
Right
Talk
on
to him
cue.
right into it.
yeah. Oh, it's on your side of the boat today. All right. Does she actually grab the net or anything to help you?
He lost it. That's why they're not allowed on his side of the boat.
Oh, he looks like John Stanley right there. And Bob, my good buddy Bob's on here too. We got
Oh,
a
no,
bunch
it's
of
not.
people on
It
here
ain't gone.
watching. This
It
is
just
cool.
came in because it's real skinny.
Oh,
Throw it all in the boat. Just boat flip it.
Boat,
No,
Bill Dance it.
you don't
Oh,
want me to
it's a
boat flip this.
gar.
oh, wow. Let's check this out. I've never seen a gar. Come on.
Never seen it. Oh, you need to come get you a Creole's Guide Service trip. We'll show you some types of fish if you ain't seen a gar.
Look at
It's a
that.
little one.
Shark teeth.
Show us
You
Rule
gonna
number
make
one is
Cody,
stay away from the shark part.
you're gonna
See-
make Cody mad when you throw that back.
Hey, Cody, come on up. I'll give it to you.
Hold on, where's my gloves?
Boy, gar, some good eating.
Garball.
Okay, stop it.
Yeah, but you put that little gar in your net. You're brave.
Show us.
Oh,
Look
Oh
at
yeah.
the teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Show
And
us
the
that
teeth
thing.
come like out of the mouth, so you don't want to like grab the beak. It
They
will
are
tear
razor
your hand to
blades.
shreds.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but oh, hey, didn't even
It's a
catch him with the hook.
Oh,
A
my
little-
gosh, this is funny.
It's just a little long nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Chris, he wants to see the teeth on him.
Yeah, well, hold on one second. He
Between
literally has hold of the line.
Between the teeth and the German alloy there, I don't know which one I'm more scared of. Yes, there's a lot of those little needle teeth.
Oh,
He just
don't be
he just tangled
afraid.
himself.
Look at the
Oh,
mouth
they're
on that thing. It's
crazy.
like a needlefish.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
that
actually
type would
has
be
its
called a
tail
long
closed,
nose. It's
so
just
I'm gonna bring it up here close.
Are they slimy?
they're extremely slippery and
Are they
slimy. Yeah.
slimy?
Yep.
They're hard to hold
Oh,
on
I
to.
can understand now
Yep,
why you're a little
extremely hard to hold on to,
hesitant
and
as
I don't want to
well.
stress them out
Yep,
anymore.
you're right.
Yeah, don't get that hook in you. All right, you lasso.
Yeah.
Can you see the teeth?
Yep, there it goes.
Oh yeah, we got it. It looks cool with the sun behind it. Hold that there for a little while so we can all get pictures.
I want to hold them as
Oh,
least
he's a spotted.
possible.
Nice. That's a great picture. Someone needs to take a picture of that.
It
Beautiful.
those are
Yes.
actually
Look at
hard
that.
to catch on a hook because the mouth is so skinny. You hardly ever get the point in the mouth.
Yeah,
It's pure bone too.
you got a
Getting the
lasso.
hook sets in on this.
That's awesome. That's so cool that happened
Yeah,
while
it's
we're on here.
right on time, right on cue.
Yeah, garfish are some of the most ancient fish when you find them.
Hey, Chris,
Yes, sir.
Cody said just grab him by the beak.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
This ain't my first
One-
rodeo. I've done that.
One that size, you can do it with like a pair of leather welding gloves. But if
Yeah.
that one would be 3 feet long, the teeth would go through leather welding gloves. Ask me how I know.
I saw Cody do it without a glove.
Yeah, but Cody's
that's
special.
why he part of RCT.
We ain't
Yeah.
got all that.
Yeah, Captain Dave, when those get bigger, when they're like 3 feet or so, those teeth, they go like outside of the mouth beak. So if you let it thrash in the bottom of the boat, they'll actually swipe and can like cut your calf and your ankles.
Oh yeah, before you know it, you got blood running down your leg, and
They're like little tiny
That
razor
sounds
blades.
amazing.
Yep.
That
I
sounds
hate cutting
amazing.
rigs that I take time to tie, but sometimes you got to know when to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because those long nose, they're not nearly rare. So that size, I don't bring it in my boat alive. Like, or the bigger ones, I'll try to like get them off the hook out the boat or something.
Yep, good little fish there.
Nice.
We have so many here, and they're actually annoying to fish around, like where me and Jeremy are, South Louisiana, because they'll bite and steal bait off of hooks, like constantly.
Got it.
They're
They
kind
do
of
it
a
here
menace.
too.
Yeah, they're spawning up low from. There's a bunch of guys.
So do you got a bunch of that fish slime
Oh
on your
yeah,
hands right now,
oh yeah.
boss? Rub your hands together really fast, really hard, and watch what happens. It'll turn into like a foam, and then you can just rinse it off. But if they're wet, you're done. If you already got
Yeah,
it
they
wet,
are.
it won't work.
It just turns that white paste.
Yeah, and then you just rinse it off real quick. We do that with barracuda all day, every day. We catch thousands of them.
I want to catch a barracuda.
Boy, barracuda is fun.
Come to SoCal.
Those also have teeth.
I was
Those
watching,
have big old
Lots of
teeth.
them.
I was watching Danny Stone that day when he caught that big old gar when it bust him in the head.
Yeah.
Was that a 5 foot long nose, or he actually had an alligator up there?
Long nose.
Wow, that's a big one.
That booger jerked in his hand. When he did, it slapped around and popped him right in the side of the head.
Yep.
That was the most docile little gar I've ever seen. They're usually way more annoying.
And the crazy part about it is that thing can live out of water for a good while. Did find it?
Anyway, I'll just go buy them.
Yeah, where me and Jeremy were live yesterday, we were surrounded by some like that and some bigger ones just hitting the water all around us.
Crazy.
They're really fun.
They
Like
chase
early in the
lures?
morning, we see a lot of them that just come up to the surface and just raise that beak up out of the water. Like, they're fun to watch.
Hey, Cody, I ain't going fishing with you, no.
Jerry Parker, another one of our pro staff, sent this picture to me just to show. That would be the same
look at
species
that.
Chris just caught. But that's a sizable one.
Okay, just a little bit bigger.
We had one about that size in the boat one night with a old fella who thought he could handle it. No, he was all cut up from his elbow to his fingertips by the time he put it back in.
Now, when you get to
Nice.
alligator gar, you're talking they're good 3, 4, 5 feet for smaller ones and 7, 8 feet for monsters.
All right, Chris.
Yes,
You
sir.
playing your setup?
Chris, you fixing to go center stage again.
Oh man.
Matt Ryan is asking a question. He wants to know what are those floats behind your boat, them buoys?
Those there?
Yep.
Planer board. Planer board. When you put your line through, we put this on the clip, you clip it to the line. You'll set your depth or your length behind the board. Like if we're going over 20 feet of water and we're seeing fish suspending at 15, I'll drop it down 15, clip it on. This is basically like a bobber, going back old school. But the line pulls it out. Well, the board pulls it out away. I don't know. You can see out there.
Yeah.
It's showing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, you can. But we're moving along at 0.6 miles an hour, and the speed alone and the boards themselves will pull it out. Now doing that, both sides of the boat, I can cover 200, 300 feet more if we get to a point like Tennessee with unlimited rods. We just stagger them out and cover a lot more water that way. And this time of year, it's really important because they're getting ready to go to spawn. It's hard to find the fish, so it's the fastest way to do it.
I like it. So you're slow trolling your baits at a
Yes.
half a knot or something?
Yep.
And how do you get that outboard to go a half a knot? What do you got
Trolling
on
motor.
there, like a
Trolling motor with, and I can set cruise control on it if I want to do 6/10. I want to do half mile 0.5. And when the water's colder, if I
Got
want to
it.
do 0.3, I can do that.
Yep,
So-
he's drifting at 0.6 miles an hour.
So he's
Yep.
slow trolling, Matt.
And
I gotcha. That is ingenious. I like those boards. Those things would work out here for
Yep.
sea bass fishing.
Yeah,
that's
they sure would.
Think about that, man.
Ryan
Yeah,
board with B-Cat boards, which is what the brand we use. Amazing.
So then the clip on there, when you get
Yes,
bit, it
it
unclips
pops,
the
so
line
it's
from the
easy to
board?
reel in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get back to this.
got it.
Yeah. Here, I'll rig it just like it. Wrong way, but I've got
crappie
that
guys
backwards,
can use it too to troll a wide area. I think Jeremy said musky guys use them.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, they
Well,
use-
it all came from walleye guys on the Great Lakes.
Walleye.
Yep.
Planer boards
Walleye
are,
big time.
yep. Walleye and all that. But you see, it's through the clip room here, and it's permanently here.
Yeah.
It can't come off here unless the line breaks. Now, it hits a snag
Got
or
it.
something big enough, it'll pop out of there. Now, some of them they lock down, and you have to reel it up and manually unlock it. Personally, I don't like those, but
Because
No.
fighting these suckers is not fun.
yeah, fighting the board and the fish, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, from what I know about it, yeah, it's
Gotcha.
doing a similar thing as what outriggers try to accomplish.
Yeah.
Correct.
Lance
Yeah.
always knows. Lance has fished for literally every fish that's ever existed.
They use those for muskie up here and on the rivers, like on Fox River. There's guys that use them for walleye.
This is
Some of the guys started using them. They do use them for trolling on Michigan too. Plus, they use dipsy divers up here for king salmon,
Yep.
that's
If
coho salmon.
watch, you can, if Chris is setting that one, you can watch. He'll toss it out, and then like as it goes, that board will pull that bait just farther, farther, farther as he lets the line go. It
Now,
pulls
what
it
I'm going
right
to do
out there.
now is I'm
I
in
got-
19 feet of water right here. And I know that most of the fish have been just up off the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll put my dragging weight, which is just a weight designed to drag on the bottom. Just a
okay.
simple, a lot of them are slinky style. I'd make my own out of just flexible lead. And it's designed to pull over structure through things, all that without think about it, you try and drag a cannonball or a pyramid, something on the bottom, they're going to get hung up. So what I'll do is, I know I want to be about 15 feet deep. I'll put my lead at the water, raise it up, I'll drop down just a little bit, and I know, hey, look, if I'm 5'10" and the rod's 7'6" and just below the water, I know, hey, that's going to be right about 15. Then I can clip my board on.
It's a process.
It is process, but so yeah, it'll take it back as we go slowly.
And all your rods are
Yes.
acid wrapped?
We have all matching rods.
Nice. Gotcha. Those are the ones that glowed in the
Yep.
arc
The
last
eyes
week,
do,
right?
yeah, the eyes do with the with the lights on them.
They're the
Yeah.
JNS Signature Series by
And
RTT.
the eyes are, it's just stainless steel
Oh,
eyes.
that's Jerry
It's just when
Lee.
they're shiny enough, they catch the light that well.
It'll just keep pulling it out till he locks it down.
And I've got a lot of times I'll take my inside one that you can still see over here. And when I'm letting the next one out, I'll just basically let that one out and then swing that one to the inside. But I don't feel like messing with it, so I'm going to let it back far enough. And when it gets to that point, I'll lock the reel down and the board will pull it over.
Yep, he's,
You guys
he's
see that
heading
all
on
right?
out there. Yep.
That's really cool to learn this. This is cool. Thank
Hey,
you for
if you ever
taking the
have any
time.
questions about it, shoot me a message, brother. I love to teach this stuff.
That's pretty
It's
wild.
relatively
I
new
like
to
it.
the catfishing world too. Now, spent a lot of time on the Great Lakes as a youngster. I've seen it my whole life, but whoever decided, hey, we can do that for catfish, I'm like, that's just genius.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah,
there's
it is.
another fisherman that figured out how to go backwards with boards in current and like drift backwards with them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
Yeah.
You know,
thought that was cool.
you know how I drift? I throw that anchor out, and when it hits the bottom and it locks down, I throw the rods out and I take a nap.
John
That's
drifts
a
to
good
sleep.
drifting technique.
Drift off.
That's the way I do it.
Chris, how many rods per person where you're at?
3. It was 2 until a couple years
Do you
ago.
have to have a special license?
What'd you say?
Do you got to have a special
Nope.
license to fish
Nope,
3?
that's it.
Just regular. That's just like here in Wisconsin. It's either 3 hooks or 3 rod.
We're in Ohio, so they're just kind of,
It's 3. Now, I travel a lot for work and fish in a lot of different states, and Iowa had a really cool program. You were allowed 2. You could pay $10 and you were allowed a third one. And that third one went to kids fishing fund,
Huh.
something. I mean, it's government, so it doesn't all get there. But if a buck goes there, I'll definitely spend it to
That's
fishing.
how it is over there in Kansas, where I'm from. You can get a 3-pole permit, and then add that to your deal. If you want to hand fish, it's a permit too. So hand fishing permit, 3-pole permit, it's all part of your license.
But you want to hear something crazy? Cal,
Yeah.
tell them what y'all have to pay for a license.
Oh Lord, I don't want to know in that state.
You want to know
Yeah.
what we pay here? Oh, sheesh. I don't even know. Let me look. It just automatically charges my card every year. But I know
Yeah, I'm going to lock that reel down, and it's going to slowly make its way over there.
An additional license for the second
Hey, Matt
rod.
Ryan's on here. Matt Ryan, how much does it cost for a license? He knows all this technical stuff. Matt Ryan, what does it cost for your fishing
lot.
license? Don't be shy. $75?
Just for fishing?
Yes.
What does it cost, honey?
I just looked up
$53.
for non-resident. Annual non-resident's $170.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be getting a yearly pass.
Yeah. I think here I can get my freshwater and saltwater for like $25. Just my freshwater's
Oh my
$10.
gosh. You would never make it in California.
I pay 20 for a regular fishing license and 10 for the Great Lakes salmon and trout stamp.
Wow. All right. My wife just said she's sorry, gang. It's 63.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's a lot.
For a
Wait,
whole year,
so
though.
you
That's
pay
$5
more.
for 24.
You pay more for just your second rod than I pay to go fishing all year.
Yeah, you can't have a second rod unless you have a license for the second rod.
I could almost buy my lifetime license for as much as like you fishing for 2 years.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, same here.
It's $21 for an extra rod. Is that
Jeez.
ridiculous? For one day.
One day?
One day. 1 day, 21
Wow,
bucks.
no half price license for seniors?
Oh no, here when you're 65, because Dad does it, he pays $5 a year, and that buys him every license hunting and fishing in the state except for his federal duck stamp.
That's crazy.
Because he
That's
has, which
That's
is good because he has like
fishing license
bow,
is
deer, big game. He has everything.
$7.
Well, I ain't made it to that $5 point, so y'all quit calling me old.
You're still old.
Our out-of-state Tennessee license for the year were $100 a piece.
And you gotta
Danny.
pay $20 extra for a lobster in California. Wow.
Danny said the gar that headbutted him and knocked him out. That's the biggest that species will get. Just about. That's a big one.
Hey, it put an egg on the side of his head. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, because their skin, Lance, maybe if you can compare it to a saltwater fish, he knows, but their scales and skin is like armor.
I would like one more fish before I go home.
Oh, the age is 60. Dad's not 65 yet. I don't know.
I think we just went through a little school of gar there. Had a couple more of those quick hits that don't hook up. So Cody, you want to catch some gar and you know how to do it. Come on up, brother. We'll catch some gar.
Oh, I can catch all the needle nose you want. I just don't want to.
I don't want to either.
Yeah, but Cody wants to eat them.
Oh, does he eat them?
Yeah, but we taught Cody about the real gar that tastes good in Memphis. He
Yeah,
learned.
the alligator gar, man. That's the best tasting gar.
Us and James, we made a garfish boulette gravy with some saltwater alligator gar. Cody about lost his mind.
I do not eat any of that stuff.
You don't like garfish?
I don't eat anything that comes out of the water.
Oh,
Wow. So you only like to eat chickens and cows?
Yeah,
There you go.
I will
There's a
not eat
healthy
anything that
animal.
I don't eat anything that comes out of nature at all.
Oh,
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Yeah.
Chris does. I do not.
Alligator gar is my absolute favorite.
yes, it is.
You shoot pick good too now.
Yeah.
As long as you take care of it quick.
You gotta do it. Yeah, you don't wait. You take care of him fast.
Captain
Listen.
Dave, when you come, you'll come visit us in person. We're gonna come first. We're gonna feed you, then we'll take you fishing. When you coming? If you're coming, it's not a question. When you coming?
when it's not so hot, when that humidity goes away.
That's
Right.
fair.
Nobody wants to be down there with you, Andrew, in 900 degrees.
Look.
Stop it.
No, but that's fair because the blue cats spawn from right now through July. So except for August and most of September, the best fishing's not when it's super hot anyway, so it's fine.
Good. Yeah, well, we just had our first hurricane come through here. I live, you know where I live, right, guys? In Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Yep.
So we just had our first little hurricane come through here, the earliest we've had one in a very, very long time. So our water's already 82 down here. Today's a very
Holy
humid
cow.
day.
Wow.
The water's 82. It's beautiful. Lots of marlin, lots of rooster fish, lots of tuna. It's looking like it's going to be another great year. But when the water's this hot this early, it's not good for me and my wife because we're not a big fan of a hurricane.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, like Jeremy said, because I think that's when Chris and V are coming, is late October into November.
Yep.
That'd work for us because we'll be kind of done with everything by November. We got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm going to Alaska next week for 10 days, going up to a guy's lodge to go check it out, make a bunch of videos for them. Then I come back and I'm going to ICAST, and I'll be at ICAST making a bunch of videos for my sponsors. And then I come back, and then we got August, we're going to Tahoe to hang out with my grandbaby, me and Kelly. And then we come back, and then September, we do War Heroes on Water. It's a huge deal. We take 150 combat veterans fishing on some of the nicest yachts on the planet. And we've been doing this for
nice.
9 years. So we all donate our time, and we take a bunch of veterans out fishing and we go out for 3 days at a time with the guys. So they get to see the whole thing. They get to go sleep on the boat, eat on the boat, and be out there fishing and swimming and hanging out. So that's September. So yeah, November, I'll be ready to come down there and go catch some blue cats. That sounds fun.
Come bumping with us. I don't know if you've seen us do that with catfish before.
No idea.
You basically imagine drop shotting on the bottom, except you're drifting backwards and the bait's moving backwards while bouncing off the bottom.
Okay, I'm totally confused. My head feels like it's gonna explode.
Yeah, it's backwards. That is how I caught my 100-pounder, was bumping.
100-pound catfish?
Yep.
There you go, Andrew. Go ahead and show the picture.
Yeah,
Hey, if we're showing pics, we can show my flathead.
Look at that.
First Cody sent me this gar skull.
Look at that. Nice. Look at those teeth. Yeah, like a needle. It looks like the needlefish. I'm trying to find a picture of my needle.
They are sharp. Wait, I don't have the fish pictures. Just like, I'll find it. I don't have it just like on the front of my computer. It's not my background or anything.
Sure, 100-pound cat. I'm sure it's right there, gang.
Hey, Captain, it was 13 pounds short of a state record.
I'm just giving you a little crap, Andrew. I'm just playing.
That's all we do if you don't give each other crap, we don't like each other.
Captain Dave,
Yes, I am.
over here in this group, just fire at will.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, perfect. That's how we are.
If you're not
Matt
messing with
Ryan
people, then you don't like them.
and John Stanley, Darren, and Lisa, they know they're in store for a bunch of crap when they come on the show with me.
Y'all was giving it to John the other day.
Hey, if we're gonna brag about fish, Andrew, you better show my flathead.
I will. I actually had it queued earlier, and then the moment passed while I was in
No,
the chat.
you better show my flathead.
I
You
will.
better show her
I-
flathead. It sounds like you're going to be in big trouble if you don't.
Give me time. I'm fighting with my computer because I keep trying to grab the screen, and I grab the wrong thing, and then it's weird. Wait, no, not Messenger, not that window. There it is.
No, look
And-
at that thing.
Keep in mind, I am 6'5" and quite wide.
He is huge.
You're 6'5"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew, it's huge.
Holy moly, look at that thing.
See, my hand on that fish, I can almost hide a 12-ounce Coke can in my palm, to give you some size reference on that fish.
Oh my God, that thing's insane.
I'm trying to do it in a way where, wait, let me full screen my photos, because then I can show everything without fear.
The video of him catching that
It's funny.
is his emotion and all that. It was great.
That's what I hear. For me, it was a little embarrassing, but yeah, I'm trying to do it. Is it sharing correctly? No, you're looking at the small ones. Yeah, this is all the raw footage of that whole trip. If you can see the little thumbnails. Where's another good picture?
Look at the size of the head on your shoulder. Look at that thing.
Ah, that's a good picture.
Yeah, it is. Look at how wide that thing's head is.
That's a lot of pictures. Hey,
Oh my God.
You know how many pictures I have saved on my computer from different things?
6'5", and look at that.
Yeah, I think I have it. Okay, now you're just looking at my entire screen, so I can just flip pictures.
Almost hit last time.
Let's see. That's it.
hey,
That's a Hydra Web 150. Jeremy, exactly how many inches across is that net? And it's like
Hey,
way
y'all.
bigger than the net. Oh, that's the bait we were using that day. That's a separate picture.
Hey, Tank, this is Iconic screaming at you. I got to haul out of here. I got to get back before it gets too dark. I'm like an old man. I don't like driving at night. So
Uh-oh.
I'm
Oh.
going to hang up the phone on y'all. And it was good to see y'all. Good to meet some of y'all. And I'm going to try to get there for Vicksburg into July. Go see what my schedule looks like on the towboat. So hopefully I see y'all there, and I'll tune into some lives, give y'all a shot.
Iconic, keep grinding towards that captain's license. That's awesome, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see what happens. He better. I ain't really got any other things going on other than fishing and pushing some towboats, So you better do it, or you gonna see me. Well, it was good to see y'all. Good to meet y'all. Everybody in the chat. Y'all have a good night.
All right, good night.
Now get the hell out of my house.
Of course, Jeremy had those photos queued up because he sent a bunch to me like instantly, and I just noticed. Okay. All right, Miss V. Here we go.
Hey. Look at that thing. My goodness, girl.
How big was that one again? I keep thinking 63. I don't feel like
It
I don't know if
is.
it's 63.
Yep.
Okay.
63 pounds.
Yep.
Wow. Look at that.
Caught it in about 6 feet of water in a little feeder creek, and it couldn't go down or up. It had to go left and right. Yeah, that was fun.
How cool is that?
I am not 6'5". I'm 5'3" and 100 pounds.
I put her in my pocket. See,
She could ride on your shoulder the way Marley rides on Captain Dave's shoulder.
Yeah.
We need to
I'm
see that
exactly
video.
opposite of Tank.
yeah,
That's a
you're
beautiful
mean. You're
fish.
terrible to people. What else?
Well, I mean that stuff, but so
Those are good qualities.
that's right.
See, if
Apparently.
V like the cold, they could come up to Wisconsin during the wintertime when I burbot fish.
So you see that picture?
Holy cow.
That's
A
the
lobster?
world record lobster for California.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
That
My
is
wife
awesome.
caught that.
Good God.
That is awesome.
Now,
Look at that.
how do they classify records on that? By weight or dimensions?
Yeah, well, it's just the biggest one caught. There's no record or nothing. It's just no one's caught one bigger. Like we say in our seminars when we're live, if someone got one bigger, they forgot to tell anybody. That thing was 18 3/4 pounds.
Wow.
All right, the real question. Did you eat it?
No, she gave it to the aquarium in Long Beach so
Ooh.
people could go see
Oh,
it. It was
awesome.
70 years old.
Wow.
That's how old that lobster is?
You have a fish.
That's
Wow.
what they told. Oh, we got a hookup?
No, probably.
He just got a hit.
That's a big lobster.
Yeah. She could have rode him.
Wow.
She's a little tiny blonde too, just like you. And it scared the hell out of her when it came up in the net. She screamed and dropped it back in the water. And I was like, what? And I don't know, but it's not a lobster. And I'm like, what the?
Was that like in a trap or like how exactly you catch one like
You
that?
guys will be able to watch us. We start it up in the end of September and we do live hoop net trips at night. And
Ooh.
last year, Justin, the guy that turned us all on to you guys, he had on his charters, he had 2,500 legal lobsters last year.
Holy cow.
And it was all live, so he couldn't lie about it.
Let's see. Now everybody's sending me their this is a 74 pound that Lisa caught.
My God.
That's burrito catfishing and Randy that was up earlier.
Look at that thing. That is amazing. That is so crazy. I thought that 100-pound was like rare. You guys get a lot of big ones, huh?
No, they're rare.
Okay.
But depends on what part of the country you're in. There's
Well, yeah,
some
you
big
don't
differences.
count, Andrew.
Yeah. Where me and Creole are, which is Yes, I'm a tiny little blonde. Where me and Creole are, it is not rare at all to catch 50s and 60s. Like that's every couple of trip, like especially during the fall, we'll catch one every other trip, every few trips. Hundreds or, it's the only one we've caught, but it's not like a holy cow, that's never happened. When people hoop net and stuff, they're definitely there.
Yeah, but
Yes.
those 50-pounders, is there a lot of 50s?
We 30 to 50, we catch quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah, they live in a different part of the country that's like awesome. The rest of
Yeah.
us do not.
In catfishing, trophies are relative to where you're fishing at. Like up here in the
Absolutely.
Midwest.
Like we caught a 31 pounder today, and that's a really good fish for Ohio.
Yeah,
Okay.
their granddaughter's 30, what was it, 30 something?
25.
25? That's at least as impressive as me catching a 60 in my water.
And what water
Hey,
are
Jody.
you fishing on, Chris and V?
We're at Ohio, in central Ohio at Hoover Reservoir.
This is
Okay.
the drinking water for Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, Lisa's actually pretty tall. She's not big, but she's tall. I know me and Jeremy, we don't keep anything above 10, 12 pounds as far as blue
I'm
cats.
tall.
In your mind.
You shush your face, I'm tall.
Especially blue cats, if you want to keep some bigger, the bigger they get, you have to start cutting fat off of them, and the meat itself gets more and more oily. So depending on, if you need meat to feed your family, they're fine. For us that fish all the time, money's not an issue or whatever. We're not gonna bother with the bigger ones.
Hey man, it's like this. It's me and the wife. When I go fishing, I put 135 or so in the boat, and that's enough for me and her for a while.
Yeah.
Eating big fish will make you like John. So,
Hey man,
Yeah.
watch it. Watch it.
I'm just looking up the water you guys are fishing on my Navionics.
Cody, that picture is.
oh, you're looking at Navionics, Captain Dave,
Yeah, just seeing the water you're fishing on, Chris.
and this is broken up into we consider it 3 pools because you see the roads crossing it in 2 different places there.
Yeah.
We're in what would be the north pool right now, about the middle of the north pool. There's a boat ramp on the west side, and we're almost in front of that now. So,
Okay.
It's going down towards, you'll see those, we're in a big flat right here. We're going down towards where you see all those sunken island humps down there. Yep. That's the way we're heading,
Okay.
north to south.
Now, Miss V's giant flathead that we showed, those are considered a little more delicacy because the bigger they get, they don't really get fattier.
Hey, Tank.
So we still release them for
They
breeding
stay
purposes,
delicious.
but you can eat big ones if you want to.
Now, if you're talking about catching a flat, that's a whole different ball game. Those are, you catch a 100-pound flat, yeah.
There's very few of those in the country.
There are
Right.
very few of those.
What's
That's
going on here,
62
John?
Captain Dave,
That's 62
Yes,
pounds
I
is
am.
big.
you know who that is?
I know that's a black sea bass. Yeah. Is that Lisa's husband? Am I stuck? What happened?
That's Matt.
That ain't Matt Ryan.
Well, he's sending me the pictures.
That guy's way too young and way too handsome. He's got way too much hair.
I don't know who he is, but I know he's sending me the pictures.
That's the night show. It's
giving
just
him
everybody's like, all right, send pictures.
I'm just
Show and
giving
tell.
him some crap. That's a black sea bass. Those are illegal to take in Southern California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you see in the old pictures that are big as a car. They get to 600 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I want to catch one.
Yeah, but you can't keep it. It's pretty
I
crazy.
don't keep them anyway. I would
Oh,
never
that's
keep
right.
a
You
fish.
don't eat anything but yard birds and cows.
Yep. You forgot pig.
Oh, yeah, and bacon.
So, Captain
Yeah,
Dave,
you
that
gotta
begs the
have
question.
bacon.
Are those black sea bass? Are they good table fare?
Oh my God, they're insane. It's a giant grouper. So the meat's super white, flaky. It'll
Yeah.
take on, it's like a sponge. Whatever flavor you put on it, it's gonna grab that flavor and hold on to it. It's a pretty damn good table fare fish. We used to catch them back in the old days and be able to keep them and get a 20 or 30 pounder and you were in heaven. And people used to tell on the boat, my dad, they would go, oh, you don't want to keep that. It'll be 600 pounds. My dad would say, throw it in your bag. It's not going to be that big in your lifetime.
Judging
That's
by
a
the
white-
gaff hooks, this one didn't go back.
That's a white sea bass. Those are called the gray ghost of Southern California. That's like the most prized fish to catch in Southern California.
Oh,
That's him right there. That's the fish.
more elusive.
Yes. People
Hey.
fish their whole lives for one. And then one day you'll go out there, guys, Andrew, and you'll go, what the heck? And you'll catch 100 of them in a day. And you'll go, how did that happen? And you go, you'll never see that again. And guys
Wow.
fish their whole life just to catch one. But they're dumb.
Wow.
When they show up, they'll eat everything. But got to find it.
Jeez.
There's one school of them out there somewhere that roams around.
Yeah, they had some pretty good days last week. Right now, the limit on them is 1 per person. And then on June 15th, it'll go to 3 per person. And there's no commercial fishing of that fish right now until June 15th. Then the commercial guys can fish for them, rod and reel guys and everybody. But by June 15th, usually the water's too warm and they boogie.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then our rockfish, we have 301 different varieties of rockfish, and they all have a special limit size on them. We have the vermilion rockfish, you're only allowed
Oh,
2
Lord.
of them. We have a copper rockfish, you can have 1. And then if you put those 3 fish in a bag, you can have 7 of the other kind, and they all have different size. It's just you got to be a damn scientist to figure out our regulations here. It's kind of terrifying. Because our fish and wildlife has no sense of humor about it.
Yep. So Cody sent us another one. This is a 62-pound blue out of Ohio near Cincinnati. So in their area, that is an absolute stud.
That is a trophy right there.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is.
monster, huh?
Looks photoshopped though, Cody.
Yeah, that's Cody's cousin.
Stupid
Wow.
AI.
Yes, that
It's
is
a
an
beautiful-
absolute stud in their water.
That's that's the equivalent of an 80, 85, 90 in your water.
Yeah.
And then can I ask Chris and V a question? You guys, what line are you using? What are you guys fishing with? Heavy line, light line? How are you
Nope.
approaching this catfish thing?
Nope, because we don't know what we're going to be dragging through. Heavy monofilament. It's that cheap Berkeley big game you see at Walmart,
Yeah.
but it's really great for abrasion resistance. Well, 50 pounds on these. And then my leader lines for my rigs are 100 pound. And that's just for abrasion. It's not because we're going to catch fish that are going to test it. We don't know if we're going to be dragging through rocks and timber and whatnot. So
And why not braid?
I have braid on one.
he has braid on one because it was on a bumping reel and I had to switch out a reel real quick. But
I like braid.
I personally don't like braid. I seem to always get it tied in knots and what have you, but just personal preference. A lot of guys do. I don't like it. He does. Maybe
Yeah, I
it's
was
the old school.
I was a mono guy forever. I'm 63 years old. And then I think about 20 years, I bit the bullet and I put braid on, and now I can't fish with mono. For me, mono is like fishing with a rubber band.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
I'm kind of a recovering drug addict, alcoholic. I like instant gratification, and that's braid.
I'm like
I-
this.
I like braid.
I'll take a casting contest against anybody with mono any day, but don't give me braid.
That's Me and John in a casting contest is about 100-foot difference for the winner, but it's a different winner based on which line we're using.
All right, I'll play.
It's funny.
Don't do it.
Oh, I'm
But I
good.
gotta have my braid.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm good. I'm good with a 7.6.
Nice.
That's what the guy, he was the taller guy, not even me, the taller one. He was taller than me. That was in the picture with John earlier. They shortly after that picture, there was a casting contest
Really?
just for
With
fun.
With a conventional reel or a spinning reel?
John was using a typical level wind bait caster, and the other guy was using a open face bait caster.
Gotcha.
It was just a little friendly, kind of like see how it goes thing.
And what
I
size
understand.
rod was the other guy using?
Well, the other guy had a 12-foot rod. John was using the 7'6" signature series, and I think John beat him by a couple feet.
Nice. Good job, John.
And this is what the reel I done it with.
Oh,
Just
that's
sitting in. You just had it in your pocket,
No, we ain't got it. Didn't you leave the camera?
John. Since I know they're in the mail and it's in your hand. How about you talk about it?
Yeah, let's see.
This is our design on a reel. It's coming out. It's River Cast Tackle. We come up with the reel. It's a graphite housing reel. But you know mainly, you know how a lot of reels are.
We'll have to get back out.
You got so many gears on this side. A lot of your bigger reels like this got 4 or 5 gears over here.
Right.
Well, when we designed this reel, you have one main drive gear and your spool gear. That's it. It's just 2 gears on this side. That's all. And the gears themselves are stainless.
So what?
They are stainless gears.
Okay.
The main drive gear that houses the drag clutches is 2 inches in diameter and a 1/4 inch thick.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's heavy duty, and not to mention, it has 7-to-1 gear ratio.
That's where I was going next. 7-to-1 with that
7 to
little
1.
gearbox housing.
7-to-1.
Wow. That's
7 to 1.
amazing.
And to be stainless, it casts amazingly smooth.
I like the big handle.
Yeah,
I like
power
that.
handle. And,
Yeah.
and the best part about it is when we designed it, it will not lock unless you flip it up.
Right.
Because
So
a lot
the
of guys,
spool
when
is flowing smooth.
they get ready to cast, that power handle has a tendency to want to move on you.
Yeah, exactly.
So we eliminated that process. Therefore, when you cast, it doesn't matter how many times that handle spin, it ain't gonna lock.
It ain't locking. I gotcha.
You gotta manually lock it.
I played with it. It was nice.
Let's see if I can find the pictures.
Well, it's quick. On a full spool, it'll hold almost, I'll use 40-pound test Mondo 0.25 diameter. I can get almost 300 yards in this reel.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And with a full spool, one crank of the handle is 44 inches.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's great.
And
I love that. So what do you
That's-
use? An old pen housing? Is that from a pen reel, the housing?
it's similar, but it's not.
Okay, I just saw the side plate has like
Yeah,
the old pen logo on it.
Yeah, it's similar, but not a pin.
Okay.
It is a ground up custom design
Yeah.
reel.
We paid I don't even want to say it. You got $40,000 in molds on this reel.
Okay.
But the best part about it, we got the molds on it. I can bring this reel out in full carbon fiber and make it even stronger.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about frame,
Right.
and side covers, everything. I can do it in carbon fiber. And no, I ain't rich, Dave. I'm up to here in a hole of, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. We're fishermen.
Yeah, but
We
hey,
got no money.
we gonna bring the best that we can bring to the community of fishing. That's for sure.
I like
That
it. I can't
the
wait to touch
production
it.
models of that reel will be on sale very soon.
Well,
Nice.
see, Matt, I understand what you're talking about, but a lot of catfish guys, they want level one.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of open frame.
I love that open frame
It
myself.
They need.
Yeah, the open frame is just the better design, but it's getting, you know, if you're trying to sell a reel, if you want to sell it, and everybody in our market wants level wines just because none of them ever used an open frame, kind of have to, go with the open frame.
Yeah.
I mean, go with the level wine for.
Yeah. You got to sell them what they want to buy.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask your opinion, Dave.
Yeah.
Star drag
Always.
or level drag?
Lever drag's a gimmick. Lever drag's a gimmick. And it makes the reel weigh way more. And it makes the free spool not so easy. And it makes it harder to cast. The lever drag, you and I both know, is a gimmick. You can't adjust the drag during the battle with the lever drag. It's a gimmick. Just like the 2-speed reels, it's a gimmick. The little reels that are 2-speed, that's a gimmick.
Hey.
That's so you can sell the reel. Just like your fish finder with the 900 buttons on it. That's a gimmick. All I need to do is be able to see the top and the bottom.
You're right about the buttons, because I don't use them on the mine. I just turn it on.
But as far as the lever drag on the reel, if you guys ever touch the reels with the lever drag, they're way heavier. The free spool on them isn't as smooth because the way the lever drag's set up, it's going to actually slow. Like you were just showing me, John, how your free spool's so smooth. That's because it's a star drag. As you go to the lever drag, you're not going to have that free spool that smooth. And if you guys like lever drags, I'm not here to tell you no, but I'm not using one.
I've never used one myself. I always thought that it was probably the better one because of the way it goes, but some of the stuff you're saying, that's something else to think about.
Well, think about this. When you're in a battle on a fish, in order to change the drag on the lever drag, you have to put it in free spool.
Yeah.
To adjust the drag on the lever drag. That goes against, you're going to throw your reel in free spool and adjust your drag. That reel John's holding there, all you do is turn the star in the middle of the battle. We all know how to do that. I'm not throwing my reel in free spool when I'm fighting my tuna to change the drag.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Or on your 100-pound catfish. Oh,
Right.
Here, let me put it in free spool. What? Well, I got to adjust the drag. Are you shitting me? No, I'm serious. Like the star drag, John, I love that reel. That reel's bitching 7-to-1 gear ratio. Think about that, guys. When we first started fishing, you had those Penn reels that had a jig master had 3-to-1.
Yeah.
And that was like super fast. And that's amazing.
Yeah, and it's nice for getting the bait, just resetting your rods. But sometimes those catfish hit, like the 100-pounder hit that way. It was on a different type of reel, but it hit the bait and runs at the boat, and you have to catch them. with
Yeah.
an
7-to-1, you can catch up to
Yeah.
them real quick.
Yeah, with some old winch style 4-to-1 reels, you're not catching that fish. You just hope that it's still in its mouth when you get there.
Absolutely.
That's we tried to factor all that in when we come up with this, you know.
It looks like Chris and V are all done for the day, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we're
not-
wrapping it up.
We've
We're
been
not
out
going to
here for
get to see
13
the glow in the
hours.
dark. No glow in the dark rods tonight, huh?
13 hours is a long time on the water.
Oh, y'all been on since stand day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, Dave? That's we tried to factor all of that in when we come up with this reel. And the cool part would be is if I can sell enough of these to make it in carbon fiber. That would make it a beast.
And what do you sell? What is it? What is that reel right now? What are you retailing it at?
My retail price is going to be $115.
Oh my God! And you can't sell any of them?
I'm waiting on them to get to me. I haven't got them in yet.
They should sell like hotcakes at that price. Where are you going to
This-
get a 7-to-1 gear ratio reel for $120?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that main
I can
gear.
tell you from RCT.
Yeah,
That's where.
That's it. From
That's right.
RCT.
I was trying to find the pictures of the internals when we were weighing them for you to see. That stainless main gear, it's almost a 1/4 inch thick. What is almost 2 inches wide? It weighs 2 ounces. Just the main gear.
Wow.
Let's see. I might have it, Tank. Let me see.
I don't know if you still have them to send them. I was looking all over my computer while y'all were talking. I couldn't find them, but it is that
Maybe.
reel is. It's kind of a. There's
What's
no.
up, these Tennessee whiskers?
It's
Yeah,
no
man,
bells,
you
no
ain't joking.
frills, no fancy.
Steel.
What we done, Dave? All the extra little gears and all them little things that every other reel manufacturer puts in them reels. We decided to eliminate all of that and go straight from the main drive gear to the spool.
Yeah, we do not have an open face version.
But you could take that level wind off, couldn't you? Pretty simple.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's just probably a couple of screws
I could
going
if-
into that
if-
gearbox, right?
I mean, if guys
Probably.
wanted it without it, I mean, I don't see where it'd be a problem.
Well, here's the thing with us on the West Coast. When you have that level wind on there, it slows down your castability.
Yep.
It slows down the castability. And we fish conventional reels out here on the West Coast. The guy, and I'm not taking anything away from spinning rod fishermen. It has a place. I don't even know how to hold a spinning rod. So my rods are all 9 foot. I make about 1,000 casts a day because we're constantly casting to the edges of the kelp, casting our baits or our lures.
Right.
And you got to have that distance is super important. So when you have that level wind, the level, I know it's the greatest level wind you ever made, but it slows down the spool because the spool has to spin with the level wind because it's hooked into the gearing. And if it doesn't spin with the level wind, then the line is hanging as it's going back and forth on the spool. As it's coming out of there, it's hanging on the level wind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the level wind is actually a bad thing in every aspect of fishing, except it's a little more usable for people that aren't used to the open face because you don't have to use your thumb.
Correct.
Because the level wind, the pawl, and the worm gear is the first thing to break. It's the first thing to wear out. But John got me some pictures for you.
And if your cup, okay. Oh, okay.
You see what I'm talking about, Dave? How we eliminated all the rest of the stuff?
Yes. You got rid of all the fluff.
And that those bearings and the shaft sizes are significant.
Yeah, they're pretty large.
Hey guys, Real quick there, just wanted to thank you for having us up here, and hopefully we were able to teach someone something, share something, enlighten people. But yeah, we're gonna hop out of here. We're gonna put the boat on the trailer and head to the house there. So,
Love you
Captain
guys.
Dave, good hanging out with you. It's been informative watching your show. We continue to do so. Don't get to always see it live because work hours, but
Got that
Nope.
job thing?
yeah, that job.
I get to watch it.
Yeah, she does. She called me the other day and said, "Hey, did you watch Captain Dave?" No, I didn't. I gotta watch it on my drive home. So, but no, I appreciate it, brother. And the rest of y'all, we'll talk to y'all soon.
Hey V, we'll be live tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, fishing at Catalina and fishing at the Coronado. We got 2 boats, Captain Al and Captain Justin, fishing both tomorrow. They'll be live all day.
I'm on it.
Tune in at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'll be live on my podcast at noon. Thank Chris and V for showing us those planer boards. Those are bitching.
If you have any questions about them, hit me up. I'll tell you everything I can about them. And yep,
They're very
Yeah, I think they're
convenient.
cool. I can't wait for Matt Ryan to be dragging one behind his boat at Catalina.
we'll make it happen. All right,
Chris?
thanks, y'all.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
V, really thank y'all for being here.
Oh, I know you,
You know
do.
we love you, John.
Yep, you're my brother.
Love you, Steph.
All right, later, guys.
Later, y'all.
All right. So look at that. That is amazing. How do you get 7-1 out of that?
That's an old drag racing trick.
Yeah, I'm looking at that gear and I'm trying to figure that out. It's just,
Well, you gotta if you do the count on your pinion, and then you do the count on your main gear, your ring, you divide them 2 together, and it'll give you the gear ratio. But I can take and get me some white marker and put on here for you, and I can show you 1 turn of this handle is 7 turns on that spool.
that is so cool.
It's the sheer size of that main gear that just it doesn't slip. It gives lots of ratio.
It's got that gear is a 1/4 inch thick.
That is amazing.
Yep.
That is cool. I want to touch one. And that I bet you that reel's pretty light, right?
It's not to have a lot of stainless in it. Well, hang on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, the big graphite sides, like for what it is, it's not bad because those big graphite sides definitely help a lot.
And then on that handle, Andrew, are you going to bring it out to the last hole? Because I see that there was one more hole at the very end of the handle. Are you going to bring it out because you got the big hands? Are you going to fish it with?
I started with like brim fishing, bass, and stuff with tiny reels, so I'm so used to it being smaller. I usually don't extend mine.
Okay, gotcha. I was just looking at it going, okay, that looks interesting.
'Cause
I would
honestly,
probably bring it out. just
With
because-
bad shoulders, the less I like being able to do my wrist and not my whole arm.
Got it.
If it's small enough, I do just my wrist. I don't hurt my shoulder.
Got it. Okay. What does it weigh, John?
1 pound.
Really?
It's a River Cats tackle reel, but the engineer who does it is Captain
Mariner.
Spyron, the owner of Ancient Mariner. All of his gear and the gear he helps us design is always saltwater capable, saltwater ready.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because
the graphite housing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
And-
Captain Spyron, he lives in Long Island, New York, and he does all the saltwater stuff up there. That's what he does.
The reel is it can be used in salt water also.
Oh yeah.
That's why we use stainless.
That's a hell of a price, John. You can't. No one's going to beat your price.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are in chat now. Okay, you couldn't leave us.
No, Chris would run away. V's gonna watch till the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm sure she told him, you got to keep us on
And
here, honey.
I
Yeah.
believe there have been prototypes of that reel in Spyron's family's hand that have used it and have caught big saltwater fish on a prototype version.
We've had prototypes used in Greece
Yeah.
in salt water, and they've performed really well.
Well,
And
it'll
they
be cool to check it out.
They still using them.
Yeah, that is a no frills, no fancy, big, bad, it just works. Is what color you want? We have it if it's black.
Yep.
You know? That's it. It's like, do you want a good reel or not? Here you go.
That color thing, that's another gimmick.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Ancient
this
Mariner
one right
lineup
here,
offers
man.
a lot of colors because it sells.
All the pro staff got these hats.
Nice,
We do
Lance.
sell the one without the names on the side. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We got to get our guys some of those hats.
I don't have one of my hats next to me.
But
We gotta start buying.
Dave,
I heard you're gonna start using sombreros, Tank.
if you
Yeah.
want these, I can send you some of these stickers to you.
Absolutely. I'll give you my sister's address in California. The thing about living in Mexico, you can't get mail here.
Oh, I can get it to you.
I haven't had a piece of mail in 6 years. How cool is that?
It probably feels awesome.
It does. It's very liberating.
I get like, you know how many offers I get for switching my internet, insurance, and here's a $2,000 check if you want money, but you have to pay it back with 3,000% interest.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like stop it. Ooh, I know what that is. That's bad when I recognize the blank of a rod.
So who makes that blank?
Ancient Mariner.
Okay.
It's Torre.
What does that mean?
That's that NASA space age stuff.
That is, Captain Dave, that is a slow pitch rod.
Oh,
You should
that's
know
a
what that
slow
is.
pitch rod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bends all the way to the butt. Parabolic rod.
Oh yeah, it's
That little rod, I know for a fact, has caught up to 200-pound tuna in Spyron's hands.
Have you guys tried that slow pitching?
Not myself, but I did do bumping with that rod and it worked.
Okay.
Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about any of that.
I tried it. It looks like way too much work, or felt like way too much work for me. I'm a fat, lazy old man. I'll drop a bait down and catch a fish.
Spyron does a
You
lot
get
of
on
it.
real well, Dave.
That's about how
Byron
I
does it
am
a
now.
lot.
Catch the line out and just sit on the bank and just relax.
Yeah, I'm not much into making 100 million casts for nothing. If I'm throwing a cast, it's gonna have a bait on the end of it, and I'm gonna catch me a fish. I'm not that doing this 100,000 times. Yeah, that was when I was young, and I used to do this all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the elbows can't take that no more. You know what I mean?
Hell no. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go to
'cause-
bed.
When Spyron gets time to go fishing, he'll send us pictures of like 600 pounds of sea bass from doing what he does with that rod that John just had. It's what he uses.
Yeah, I
He uses
understand. I
that-
see guys catch fish on them, but not me.
He's got a reel that's called the Jigger. It's an open frame, but it's a smaller reel. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And that's mainly what he uses for the Lance. You got one? Go get the damn thing.
I think he just did.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch Lance though. When Lance pushes buttons, sometimes he kicks his own self out the live and he can't get back in.
Yeah, mine's in the shop. It would take me a while to go get it and come back.
Randy used that rod to bump with all day today.
Yeah, that long, but it's so comfortable if you're going to do some drop shotting or something.
And when
It's
you say
extremely
bumping, what's bumping? What are you talking about?
So bumping is it's a technique. Say we're below a hydroelectric dam, right? And the water's flowing, say 4 miles an hour. Is your jigger? Oh, that's the jigger.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look at the
Now that's
gearbox
a
on that reel.
now that's a CNC aluminum sealed saltwater reel.
This thing is smooth casting. I used it during the winter up here a couple years ago. No problems in negative 30-degree weather. I got now I got 50-pound braid on it. But yeah, it's open face. It's your true
That reel
open
has
face.
caught some big tuna, groupers, so much stuff for Spiron.
Yeah.
That reel is insane. He's selling them real cheap right now because he had a bunch left.
Yeah.
He's selling them for $150, $180 or so, and
of course that's on the JNS Signature Series rod.
Nice.
We got a lot of
that jigger. It holds, what was it, John? 350? 50-pound braid? Or
man, I don't remember all them damn numbers. I got enough trouble to remember my social security number, man. What the hell?
The 328-yard spool fills it, but barely.
You know how many numbers I deal with on a daily basis?
But the bumping, so you nose up and you point the boat into the current. The current's going 4 miles an hour. You set your trolling motor to hold the boat, not solid, but you drift backwards at about half the speed of the current. So the current's at 4, the boat's moving backwards at 4. So the current's passing the boat at about 2 miles an hour. So that's your boat position. You get in the back of the boat, you take, and that much current will take you about 5 or 6 ounces of weight. And like if you would drop shot it, you let it go down, except the current's going to pull it back at an angle. So with that angle out the back of the boat, while moving backwards, you bounce. It's like a drop shot rig. The weight's on the bottom, the bait's a little more on top, trailing backwards. And you're bouncing the weight off the bottom, going up and down humps and hills, going backwards. So if that's the bank flat, let's see if I can do it with the camera. You're pointing like this, but you're going backwards. So it's like bouncing off the bottom. So if there's a hump, you go over the hump and there's catfish behind it. You go over the hump, there's catfish behind it. And you're bouncing backwards at half the speed of the current.
All right. And so then the fish is just slamming it when it comes bouncing along on there, and you just got to wind as fast as you can.
It's a natural presentation is what it is, because those catfish will be behind the hump, ambushing bait fish coming over the hump. So they slam it. Because I've bass fish, they slam it like a bass hitting a big jig, just a big boom. And sometimes they'll pull down, sometimes they'll run at the boat, kind of depending.
Got it. Now I understand what you're talking about.
Creech made it easy. Frank, he said you're walking the bait away from you and chasing it with the boat while it's going backwards.
Yeah.
Creel said that.
If you have the boat and the weight set perfectly, the boat and the bait are going at about the same speed, but a lot of the times the bait's getting farther and farther from the boat as we go.
Because of that, because of the flow of the river?
Right.
Got it. Now I understand. Because
Yeah,
if you just tried to do that in a stationary boat, you're only going to be able to cover so much, and your bait's going to be high and dry off the bottom, right?
And that, if you can do it in an anchored or spot lock position, but that's called back bouncing, and you cover 100 feet, reel up, do it again, and you're doing like the same spot over and over.
No, man, what you do is you anchor out on the point of an eddy with the back of the boat, just swing around on you, and you just throw the damn thing out, lock it down, and just lay back and
go to sleep. And drift away.
Let it do what it's going to do.
I don't know how drifting for halibut works, but yeah, it's a lot like drifting. It's just the going backwards part that confuses everybody. Like, why are you backwards? But that it's just the way it works. But it is a if you do end up coming in November, we're going to do it.
Nice. Yeah. No, it sounds pretty spectacular, but I understand the concept because of that way that river's flowing. You got to have your bow straight into that flow. And then standing on the back of the boat, if you got that flat end, it makes all the sense in the world. And then you can see the movement of your line and see where you're hitting and where you're not. You're not dragging it back from. If you were on the bow doing it, it wouldn't work because you're dragging the shit the wrong way. If you're standing on the back and you're bouncing it along, like you said, it looks natural. Looks like a natural bait bouncing along the bottom. Catfish gonna inhale that. You guys use live bait for the catfish?
A lot of people do. Yeah, it depends on exactly what you're doing and which bait you have. You either use, and best case scenario, extremely fresh cut bait or some live bait.
Lance, you've been called out.
I was watching a guy last night. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to watch on YouTube. He's the fishing magician number 2, fishing magician number 2, and he just put out a video. He's fishing at Lake Havasu, and he's got this unbelievable little drone boat that dumps the baits out. It's the most. I was locked onto it. I watched it for like 2 hours last night, like an idiot, when I should have been sleeping. But I'd never seen nothing like it before. But he was fishing live baits with halibut, and he had bobbers way out behind the boat, and the little boat would drive the bobber out there 200 yards off the back of the boat. And drop them. They're fishing in the lake, so there's no movement, and you can't cast it that far. So he had this little drone dumper boat that would dump the baits out, and he would put he goes, okay, and it had a photometer on it. Had a fish finder on the drone.
Oh my God.
He would drive it out there, and he would drop it because he had like 15 feet of line in the little boat, and he would go, okay, that's 14 feet there. So he'd drop the bobber there, so it'd be like a foot off the bottom. Then he would drive the little drone to the next spot, and the little fish finder, he'd watch it on his phone while he was driving. It was some pretty bitchin' shit. Fishing Magician 2 on YouTube.
They got guys.
Amazing shit.
They got guys.
That's so cool.
They got guys in Texas that's using them to do fish in lakes in Texas, but they using actual drones.
Like the flying ones.
They fly that bait out.
Right.
I know Jerry Parker gets in his kayak and he'll just paddle his bait out there. Except every now and then it gets hit so fast he's not back to the bank yet.
Patrick does the same thing.
Yeah, he does it on the coast.
Yeah, he does it on the coast.
He kayaks out in that Gulf.
Not me.
I ain't going on the Gulf in a kayak.
Yeah, Coastal Worldwide guys, they follow us. We all work together. They do a shark fishing that way from the kayak, paddle the bait out, and then paddle back into the beach and have the rod sticking in the sand.
Now,
and he's catching these giant tiger sharks.
I wouldn't mind doing that, but I ain't getting in the kayak.
Right.
You'll wait on the sand.
As long as my feet are solid, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, they got people to drag the baits out. That's not me and you, John.
No.
Although I would pay a lot of money to watch Tank paddle a bait out on a kayak.
You would be surprised how good I am in a tiny boat because I hunted and I love duck hunting. And we have little wooden 10, 12-foot boats.
Kayak.
I can paddle a kayak.
Yeah, but it ain't wide.
I've paddled, neither is my flatboat. I've paddled those little $200 Walmart kayaks around the bayou one time on a dare, and they were amazed that I could do it.
Oh, yeah. That would be a great content for my videos.
Yeah, I bet it would.
Here's Tank. Check Tank out.
I'm still shocked watching you sitting here talking to you that you're 6'5" and you weigh that much. That's amazing. You don't look that big in these videos, in this picture. Oh my God! Look at that soda can. Shit.
Like I said,
Oh
almost.
my God.
If I put my hand this way, it's gone.
I got you, bro. Now it makes all the sense in the world.
Go
All we're
back to
seeing
the
is your
picture of that
head.
fish. Remember my hand was in that fish's mouth
Yeah,
for some reference.
that's freaking amazing.
If I wouldn't have gotten hurt, I had legitimate D1 offensive lineman scholarship opportunities.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
If you're talking about sticking our hand in a hole and pulling the catfish out, I do not do that because where I live, we have beavers and snapping turtles, and I am not sticking my hand anywhere in that water.
You
Yeah,
got
that noodling
gators,
thing,
you
no
got
thank you.
snapping turtles, you got snakes. No.
Jeremy's seen it. I can paddle a boat. You know, you can paddle a boat as dad. He has a little tiny fiberglass one. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a fun night. What a fun show. Thank you guys for teaching me a little bit about what's going on down there. I really appreciate it. I hope John's going to join us on the show. Are you going to be able to join us, or what do you think?
I'm going to do my best to be in there with you Tuesday.
All right, cool.
And you had to send me the link.
Yes, sir.
And
I'll call you on the phone tomorrow.
And give me a few to figure out how to get in the damn thing.
I use Restream just like you guys do, so you know how to do it.
All right, then. That shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it's easy. Because I didn't have to do anything but just log in. So that's all you're going to have to do. You do the same thing you do on this show. That's all I had to do. My whole thing was already all set up. Yours is already done because I use the same platform you guys use.
Oh, Matt Ryan's being more specific. He just wants us to show you. I have plenty of logs and holes. I know where they're at. I'm just not sticking my hand in there. If you want to do it, by all means.
Not even a little bit. I can't imagine sticking my head under that black water.
I ain't sticking my hand in there one of them holes because I know what could be living in there.
Now,
yeah, your guys' water is pitch black dark. There's no clarity at all. And I'm going to go under the water and stick my hand in a hole. Shut up, Matt Ryan.
People don't think about it. Beavers would be the worst.
Hey, Dave. Why Matt ain't coming to do it?
Right. Because he ain't coming to do it. That's for damn sure. He wants to
completely random Facebook post. Somebody asked earlier if those gar will chase lures. Yeah. I don't know who this is, but here's an alligator gar that bit a chatterbait.
Nice.
They will.
They will do it.
I've caught gar on spinnerbait.
I've caught gar on nylon rope.
I've caught gar on a cark. Just the cark.
Now, alligator is easy to catch with that.
How come? Here's the thing about Andrew over here on the comments that keep popping up on the wall. How come it's the same ones over and over again? What's going on with that? I've never seen that. We don't have that on my Restream. Everything's always brand new. I just keep seeing the same comments over and over.
Like the same people or the exact same comment?
The exact same comments. Like if you scroll down, you'll go, wait a minute. It's the same thing over and over again.
Some people repeat themselves.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Bugman talking about snapping turtles and alligator snappers. Okay. They take fingers off clean. Oh, I know that. I know a guy I know a guy that.
Yeah, they look new. You're right. They're new. They're just. I got you. They're new.
I knew a guy one time that used to walk out in these old ponds and stuff that done settled down in the bottoms. Ain't had but an inch or so of water in it. He'd take a stick and walk through there poking.
Oh God, I know where this is going.
And he'd hit a turtle. He'd reach down in there in that mud and drag him out. Well, needless to say, this right here was gone. These two fingers, and it had a perfect V in his hand where that turtle got him.
Yeah, they look badass. Those snapping turtles, I've seen them.
And specifically, the alligator snapping turtles. Yep.
Yeah, and they got that lure. They got that lure on their tongue.
Yep.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Flipping it around. They can snap your hand off right there. Wham.
they
Yeah.
taste amazing. Oh my God, it's good.
Oh, they are good eating. And
You
look,
can eat them down there. It's not against the law.
Uh-uh. No, we have plenty. Like local waters, they're not rare here. They just don't live in a wide area.
Okay. And you can kill them and eat them.
Oh yeah.
Nice. You do that in California, our governor would have a heart attack.
Yeah. Louisiana's pretty lax on what you can kill and eat. Sometimes there's seasons or maybe a limit or something, but there's hardly any just no touches.
Man, I'd die in California.
Yeah, you would. Well, they don't prosecute here, here. I'm in Mexico. The cartel prosecutes everybody. But up in California, there's no prosecute. We have no crime in Mexico. You can't believe the bullshit you see on TV. There's no crime here. If you came here right now, you go downstairs. My cars are in the driveway with the keys in the ignition. My fishing rods and reels and everything are in the
Wow.
cars. Nobody touches anything down here because the cartel. You know why there's no crime in Mexico? Because the cartel will kill you.
Yeah, that's called a
Makes
deterrent.
It's the greatest deterrent in the history of the planet Earth. There's no
Yep.
court. You don't go to court. You don't get fucking none of that shit. You just get dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
tell
we
you
have
now,
no
they
crime.
can tear my truck up. I ain't got a problem with that. But don't tear the boat up. They tear the boat up, they in trouble.
They don't want nothing to do with your stuff. Cartel's got more money than all of us combined.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you
don't
mean
want
noodles
nothing.
for snapping turtles?
Yep.
What?
She noodles for snapping turtles, man.
But
No,
Susquehanna
no,
Stan's
thank you.
wife. She goes.
does she
and
wear a
noodles
metal
for
glove or
snapping
something? Like
turtles.
what? That don't make sense.
Man.
We got to go see that.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
I do, I call noodling, is use a pool noodle with string on it.
There you go.
That's also fun.
Yeah, she sticks her hand in the hole and she pulls the snappers out.
But yeah, that's I guess we need to call this off and
Yeah.
y'all know we're gonna
Yeah.
chat for a little bit backstage. And I want to thank everybody for coming in, especially all the new folks.
Exactly.
on the
Thank you
saltwater
for
side
coming
coming
in.
in. You know, we really appreciate it.
And thanks for coming up, Captain Dave.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks for letting me on the show. It was fun. I learned a bunch.
Me too.
Yeah.
Anytime. You got a spot up here anytime.
Anytime, man. Just look, if you see us up here live on a Sunday or whatever and you ain't got nothing to do, just hit one of us up. We'll let you in the chat, in the live. Ain't no big deal.
I'm in now, man. I'm in. Thank you very, very much. And everybody that's watching, if you want to see something fun tomorrow around 7:00 Pacific Standard Time, we'll be going live on our channel, Your Saltwater Guide. We'll be fishing live at Catalina and fishing live at the Coronado Islands in Mexico. So we'll have 2 boats going live tomorrow, and then our podcast is at 12. So thank you all very much for letting me in here.
Bug Manning, he's a
Awesome.
pretty big channel. If you look up Your Saltwater Guide, he'll come up.
Oh yeah.
He's much bigger than ours. He actually comes up.
Oh, stop
All right.
it.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, everybody.
Everybody have a good
See y'all
safe week.
maybe Tuesday or next week.
Oh, I'm planning on being on that Tuesday. We're gonna
Tuesday.
Yeah,
we're
buddy.
We're gonna stir the pot, make some stuff happen.
You'll be with Michael Folks and myself and Tom Rowland from Tom Rowland Show down in Florida. We're all going to be live with you on Tuesday, John.
At what
Hey,
time is that?
12:00 Pacific Standard Time.
2:00 our time, Lance.
2:00 Central.
Yes.
All
Live
All
with
right.
John.
So yeah.
Good.